Hello everyone, the final boss is here. Today I'll be reading One Piece chapter 1180. So, the last chapter was amazing. It was so good. It was an all-timer chapter, all-timer Elbaf chapter. So good. Right, starting off with the build-up to Imu, with the Gorosei in the Room of Authority giving their different opinions on whether or not Imu should leave. Garland coming in with his commanding presence. We got the little scene with York, which was really fun. But then obviously the star of the show, of that beginning portion, was Imu's monologue saying, cast off pride, arrogance, sloth, all of these things. We shouldn't take this threat lightly because it was all inevitable. And then we get these awesome flashbacks from, moments from across the series from Imu's POV, and, showing that, this was all inevitable, right? And it was so good, right? The aura, the vibes were on point, right? And then Imu teleports to Elbaf, and we're in Elbaf, and Imu doesn't immediately show up, so everything seems fine. We get the little scene with Summers having a steel heart. Why does he have a steel heart? I don't know. Is that a weakness for the Gods Knights in general? Is that how Loki killed Harald? We don't know. Is that something specific to Summers? Again, we don't know. I don't know if that's probably. I don't think that's going to get answered very soon. Probably not in this chapter, but we'll find out at some point. And then what else? I mean, we got the scene with Killiam's body parts tied up, and then Killiam saying, Sanji, say my name. And Sanji's like, I already forgot. So everything seems chill, but Nami sees something in the distance. Boom! The black goop freaking crashes in there, not in the castle, and I was kind of confused at the beginning there, but Imu's whole summoning thing was summoning like a big pentagram in the sky, and then Imu came in the center of that, which is not what I expected, but very fitting. And we get like these big mom homie soul fruit type things with the houses and the trees getting coming alive, and then the drums of oppression. Oh my god, Imu's got his own theme song. I can't wait to hear how the anime is gonna. I mean, the anime cooked with the Gorosei reveal. They're gonna go. I know that, I trust them. They're gonna go wild. Toei's gonna go wild with the Imu scene. And we get all this stuff, chant, the drums of oppression, all of his characters reacting, and obviously the center thing comes in. Boom! Imu teleports in the castle. Imu's coughing up blood. So yeah, well, I'll talk about that in a bit. But Imu comes in, coughs up blood, explosion, different form on top of the castle spire, and we get the title. But it was so good, right? My reaction was, thankfully I didn't get spoiled on the design. Obviously, I knew something was going to happen in that chapter. I probably knew it was going to be Imu's face, right? Not because I knew, but because I could kind of predict. But it was so great, nonetheless. It was amazing. But yeah, so I'm super excited for this chapter. I'll talk about the Imu thing right now, right? The coughing of blood, right? Very interesting. I think that definitely has to do with leaving the castle. I think leaving the castle, Pangaea Castle, causes Imu. I think it causes Imu not only to cough up blood and feel pain, but it causes Imu to transform. I don't think that Imu transformation, as of right now, I don't think that Imu transformation was intentional. I think Imu is forced to transform outside of the castle, or maybe not. Maybe that was intentional from Imu, but I think that's my theory right now. And then also the wings, right? Everyone thought, myself included, thought it was wings growing out of Imu, right? But then there was no wings in the form that we saw, so we're like, are the wings under his cape or something? But I don't think it's wings. I think that it's upon further inspection, I think that maybe the blob Imu, right, with the crown, I think that's almost like a husk, or like a cocoon basically. And what came out were not wings. That was the body that we saw at the end of the chapter, right? That form. I think that makes the most sense, right? Because if it's not wings, then I don't know why we're trying to force this wings narrative when it could just be that's his body, right? His body coming out of its shell. And does that mean, or maybe it could be a thing where it's it's not a separate shell. Maybe Imu just came out and kind of enveloped himself. So it's those pillows that were on TV, I think on infomercials, that you could kind of tuck inside and fold it over, and then it's a different animal, like that. So it could either be like that, or it's a shell, and Imu's body is still in the castle, in Aras Castle. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts on that. But let's get into predictions, right? First of all, in terms of spoilers, I know nothing. Let's go, right? I stayed, I steered away from social media and like, well, I was still on social media, but I was really smart about it and very careful, so I didn't get spoiled. Thankfully, I know pretty much nothing. And let me tell you how I almost got spoiled. So on Twitter, right? The way I remain unspoiled on Twitter, right? Because I follow PewPiece because he posts One Piece news, but obviously he posts leaks as well, right? These summaries. So I went on the muted words. I always go on muted words. I always update it. I have two muted words. I have hashtag OP spoilers and hashtag One Piece, and then whatever chapter the number of the chapter is, right? And I always update that. And PewPiece doesn't use the hashtag OP spoilers. He just uses the One Piece, the number, right? And I always update that. And I updated it to 1180. I knew I did. But I was just scrolling. I think it was like on Tuesday or something. I was scrolling and I get a tweet of the briefs, right? But I don't see anything. I recognize it. My brain doesn't even register. I didn't even read anything, which is so good because usually in these moments, like I can, split second, I see something and it just sticks in my brain, but I didn't see anything. So I scroll up and then I'm just wondering, I'm like, did I not mute? Is it not working? And then out of curiosity, I just scrolled down a little bit just to see what the title of the tweet was, which was just the hashtag. And then, it was a screenshot. I scrolled down a little bit. PewPiece spelled One Piece wrong. He spelled it with an E before the I. Oh my God. That's why it didn't count, right? As the muted word, because he spelled One Piece wrong. And oh my God, like I was trying to imagine. I imagine, other people must have gotten spoiled in that same way. Because he spelled One Piece wrong. I mean, it was not spelled correctly, so it didn't mute. But thankfully, I didn't see anything there. So that's other than that, I don't know anything. But even from that, I didn't get anything from that either. So yeah, so that's spoilers. In terms of predictions, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think anything can happen at this point. I think I think characters like Kid can show up at this point. I don't know, right? I think I think Oda can do anything at this point. Now that Imu's here, are we at the climax of Elbaf? Is this are we entering a second half? I don't know. I'm leaning, it's probably the climax, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think Zoro, right? Zoro and Chopper are the closest to Imu. I think Zoro's going to attack first. I think that's pretty fitting for Zoro. I think Zoro will probably attack first and not fare well against Imu, probably. Chopper, maybe he'll do some stuff as well. Because they're the two that's closest. They're inside that, circle where Imu was summoned. Now, obviously, I don't think it's a thing where, or maybe it is a thing. Maybe there's going to be some, thing where, people inside the circle, there's going to be some barriers up, and then Chopper, and no one can get in, no one can get out type of thing. But, or maybe not. Maybe that was just the pentagram itself, and, Imu can just go wherever they want. Everyone has free reign over everywhere, right? But Chopper and Zoro, I think they're the closest. They're the closest to Imu. Luffy, I think Luffy's gonna be frantically trying to eat as much of the frozen food as he can so he can, get back up, go to Gear 5 and then go to Imu and try to box him. Loki, I think Loki's probably gonna fight before. I don't think he's gonna be waiting for Luffy to eat his food. I think, or maybe I don't know. I think Loki will probably fight as well. Might seem some other Straw Hat action. Is Imu going to kill anyone? Listen, I don't think Imu's going to start killing giants because Imu needs the giants, right? The whole point is to subjugate Elbaf, to get the giants to act as, warriors for Imu. It makes no sense if Imu just freaking, kills them, right? Maybe he kills Jarl, right? Because Imu was already planning on having Dory and Brogy kill Jarl, so Oda could just do that, right? Jarl's also very old, right? He's very old, so Oda likes to kill these old characters, or I guess it would be easier for Oda to kill these old characters. So Yorl's already dead, so Yorl can see him in Valhalla or whatever. But yeah, I think there's a chance that could happen. So at most Yorl gets killed, but I don't think anyone else is I think people were talking about Usopp dying. Usopp is not. Listen, guys, the Straw Hats are no. I'm of the belief I don't think any Straw Hat's gonna die in the story, right? And especially not in Elbaf. So yeah, I don't think any Straw Hats are dying, but yeah, I don't know, right? Are the Straw Hats, I think we're going to lose, but I want to see how Oda does it. Obviously, Imu's on some sort of timer because of their, injury. How long are they going to be able to fight? We don't know how much, losses are we going to incur, right? As as the Straw Hats, I don't know. Are we gonna escape? Are we just gonna stay on Elbaf? Is Elbaf gonna get destroyed? I feel like the Atom Tree is gonna fall. I don't know. I've been getting that kind of vibe ever since the beginning of the arc. So, and that would be the beginning of Ragnarok. So, I don't know how long is Imu gonna be here. Are we gonna 2 or 3 chapters of this? Who knows, right? I assume it's not gonna be long. I feel like it's gonna be 2 chapters, maybe 3. Because, I mean, this is not supposed to be some long, drawn-out battle, at least from my perspective right now. This is supposed to be, just, we got Emu's going to come in, clean up a little bit, or just, get sent back forcefully, and then, we're done. So, yeah, let's get into the chapter. And as always, an L in a Rouge, please, Oda. Okay, I think I'm actually going to pull up the TCB scans. I'm just going to pull them up now instead of going to the chapter and realizing that, the website I use is posting not the TCB scans, right? Like the OP scans. So I think I might see the title here. Okay, I didn't see the title, but I did click on the chapter. Okay, One Piece chapter 1180. Oh, let's get in. Okay. Oh, let's do the reader request. We got a bunch of ads on here. Okay, reader request. I don't know. Let's see. Freaking, what was the last time? Kid, right? Kid was, no, not Kid. It was it Kid? No. It was, dude, I'm blanking. Oh, it was Ace and Yamato, right? And Tama. Okay. Let's choose another side character. Let's go with, Marco. Let's go with Marco. One Piece chapter 1180, Omen. Oh my, I almost skipped past the title. I was like scrolling down to see the read request. Omen. What the hell? There's an asterisk as well. I'll read what it says in a bit, but, well, I'll read it right now. I guess I'll read the reader request first. Vegapunk. Oh, Nami, Chopper, Uzu. Okay. Cover request by Hachimitsu Nameko. Vegapunk giving Zeus the ability to rain candy. Okay, so obviously that's why Chopper's there. Loves his sweets. And yeah, you got Zeus right here, Vegapunk, and Nami. And yeah, obviously Nami's here because of Zeus, right? But yeah, Vegapunk. Is this the first time Vegapunk's been on a reader request? Obviously, he's been on cover stories, but reader requests, I don't know. So it's cool, right? Seeing Vegapunk again. Probably gonna see him at some point, right, with that clone of his. So cute cover story, but not cover reader requests. My bad. But yeah, let's read this translator note. Read as Omen, but the kanji parallels Haki and could also be read as Maki, demonic aura. Okay, so it might not be Omen as in like, I mean, it still could be that, right? Omen as, a bad omen, right? So like bad stuff for the future. Or it could be, Omen as in the aura, just Imu's aura, basically. So yeah, that's I guess what I'll speculate, right? It's just referring to Imu's, aura, and maybe we'll get a hint to the future. Maybe Imu talks about some future stuff, some lore piece, and bad omens there. I don't know, but very interesting and cool title. Okay, let's get in. All right, Oda note for this week. How loved do you have to be to pull off a live concert like that? Arashi's final tour was insane. Okay, so talking about some artists. Okay, I didn't see this note. Usually I do see the notes prior to the chapter, but I guess I didn't see this one. Okay, let's see. Let's get into the chapter. Oh my god, wait, I did. The excitement's flooding back in, dude. Oh my god, what? Oh, we're gonna see Imu's design like more clearly too. Are we gonna start on a double page spread? But oh my god, it's gonna be so cool seeing Imu's design from other. Also, I don't think Imu's a Lunarian, by the way. I just wanted to bring that up. I'm a lean. It could be, right? Could be anything, but I don't think it's a Lunarian. Oh, double page. I just scrolled down a little bit to the whole page. Oh my god, let's go. Okay, wait, I'll look at the focus on the right side of the page right here. Oh my god, Oda's giving us a clearer look on Imu. I just saw that. Okay, so we got the drums of oppression going, right? Doron, doron. Whoa, doron, doron. And Imu, we get the shot from the back, right? So it's like from the back of Imu, being on the spire of the castle, overlooking. Oh, it's such a good panel. The king of the world has come to Elbaf, says the Shonen Jump text. We got the houses. Oh my, it's so good. We got the houses saying, "Ooh, Imu teleports? Oh no, is Imu just gonna start freaking... Oh, he teleports into me! Bro, he teleports down there. He just teleports straight. Right, he's on this fire. Boom, teleports right in the center. Oh my god. Is he just gonna... I don't know what he's gonna do. Oh, and then he teleports. Hyruden and Stanton react to that. And then Imu just shows at the bottom. And before they can even react, right? Before they can even be like, Imu's here, Imu says, who is? Oh, everyone reacts. Let's get the center panel. Oh my god. This is the double page spread that I low-key kind of wanted last chapter, right? I knew Oda was going to give us a better look at Imu in the next chapter, so I wasn't worried about that. But I'm like, Oda, I needed more panel space a little bit. But this, it's one of those panels where, it's one of those things Oda does where the character, I think a bunch of mangakas do this, where the character is in front of the panels, right? So it's like in the foreground, literally, of what we're reading, basically. But this time it's like over a double page spread instead of like just a single page, which is what Oda usually does. Who is the king of this country? Yeah, so Jarl, right? Jarl, well, we don't know. Actually, we don't know. Well, is there a king? I don't know. I guess Jarl would be the closest thing to a king. Would it be those elders that we saw? Are they going to talk about that? I don't know. But Imu clearly wants to probably Domi reverse them or just subjugate the king. Maybe they'll kill Jarl as well, but look at this design. Oh my god, I'm talking about other things. Look at Imu. Oh my god, let's get this better. Oh my god, this is literally the clearest look at Imu. Like Oda, like literally intentionally made this as clear as possible. Imu, bunch of dots on their body, this like circuit freaking type tattoo thing going up to their face. We got obviously the horns, the long flowing kind of wavy hair like Year 5 a little bit, the devil's tail, the big poofy pants, with an L type pants kind of. We got the Elbaf type belt, like these rings on it almost. And the 3 skulls and this giant like scythe thing. The ring with the eyes, like the Awakened Zone ring. Oh my god, just amazing design, amazing design. All right, we get another panel right here of Imu's face, just Oda emphasizing the craziness of it. And then we get next panel, we get Dory Brogy saying, who the heck are you? Brogy says, who the heck are you? Dory says, this country doesn't have a king. Okay, so they don't, yeah. I mean, I figured, you could assume that. But, okay, and then Imu ... Oh, we get Summer. Oh, Imu notices Summer. So, yeah, I think Imu, right, we know when Harl died, that was not good, right? God's Knight's dying, I assume if Imu took away their power, that's fine, but if they died from like other circumstances, that would be bad for Imu because we don't actually know why, but Imu was clearly worried when Harl died. So I think they want to secure Summers and killing him and get them to like a safe spot so they don't die. Great one, says Summers, and Imu notices Gerd, I think, is still holding Summers. Next panel, okay, back to regular pages. Oh my god, the art in this chapter, what the hell? Why is the art so good? Hold up, what the hell? Ah! What the fuck? I just noticed this. She just chopped off her fingers. What the fuck? He just chopped off her fingers. What the fuck? Guys, I'm so, oh my god. I didn't even notice. I was just looking at Gerd, and I looked even at the next panel at her face. What the fuck? What? No. Wait, am I reading this right? Maybe I'm just misinterpreting. No. She just... Oh no. No. Fuck. No. That's Imu chopped off just right the fingers that Gerd was using to hold Summers. They're gone. How is Oda... I'm always thinking, whenever these things happen, I'm like, how is Oda gonna reverse this? Can Oda reverse this? Law, where you at, bro? Let's put some... What the fuck? Imu just chopped off her fingers and she doesn't even realize. He does it so fast. Supon, right? This like sound effect, I guess. Supapon. I don't know. What's the onomatopoeia going on here? Just chops off the fingers, freaking Sukuna style or whatever. What are you doing, Summers? Says Imu. And, rushes there. Also, again, why is the art so good? The way Gerd is drawn here on both panels gives me like like Dressrosa era. Like usually I go back to One Piece panels and especially like Dressrosa and Whole Cake. The way Oda draws there, especially like it looks like this. Oda doesn't really draw as clear as this, right? Because obviously time constraints. You know the series is getting. Why is Gert the way Gert, especially in that panel on the left? Very. Why am I? I don't know, bro. I'm focusing on this shit. I don't know what's happening, but it looks. Just like how Oda draws in this art's really good in this chapter. What the fuck? Anyway, let's continue on. That was a super weird ass side tangent. Summers falls out, right? Falls down. I guess Imu's gonna catch Summers. Chops off Gerd's fingers. What are you doing, Summers? Next panel. Huh? She just notices because it was so fast. She looks at her fingers. So it's her index finger and her thumb on both hands. Gerd, says Hiruden. Oh my god, what does that do for the tone? If Imu's already chopping off fingers, what is Oda trying to say? Oh my god. Gerd, says Hiruden. Zoro reacts. Zoro, lock in. Lock in, Zoro. Zoro reacts. Summers falls to the ground, fucking hits his head. Fuck that guy. Okay. Next panel. Ah, her fingers. That maggot. Doron. Ge. And the Imu's just in the center of all this. Chopper says, that's awful. What is he? Next panel, Zoro. Lock in. Zoro slides in. Oh, I don't know what. Zoro, I don't think it's going to go good. But lock in. Let's go. Slide. Pulls out his two swords. Is he Santoryu? I can't see the. I don't think he is. Don't see the third. We're seeing Zoro from the back. Slides in front of Imu. This is like. This gives me vibes of like when Kizaru showed up, but obviously Zoro was, completely injured at that point, so it's kind of the opposite. But Zoro and Kuma. I think that's a better comparison. Oh my god. Yeah, and I think this is such a good choice to have Zoro be the first one. I don't know. That just fits. Zoro, maybe it's because of the Kuma stuff in Thriller Bark that it's reminding me of, but it just fits to have Zoro be the first one to like confront Imu, right? So, obviously, I mean, we had technically Usopp and Brook through, but, like, Imu, right, in this form, Zoro being the first one to, like, kind of be to throw hands, yeah, I kind of like that. Slides in, Summer saying, phew, again, oh my god, okay, so, phew, he gets the heart, so I think he's back, I think his body, yeah, because both of his body parts fell down, and obviously Gerd's not trying to keep them apart anymore, so they go back in, and he has the heart. Says, phew, ba-bump. Next panel, Zoro says, are you another one of those knights? And obviously, Zoro doesn't know what the hell is going on, so yeah, that makes reasonable question there. Imu just looks at Zoro. Hiruden says, whoever he is, he's an enemy. Hiruden just jumps in, better do a Gungear, probably, I don't know. Hiruden, don't, says Stanson. What the hell? What is happening? Okay. Imu looks at Hiruden as well. Next panel. Stanson kicks Hiruden out of the way. We don't know what's up with this guy. Stanson locked the fuck in, bro. I mean, not locked the fuck in. Stanson is locked the fuck in, right? That's what I wanted to say. Oh my god, kicks Hiruden. Oh, his leg is cut off. Why am I missing these things? Imu chops off his leg. No, dude. What the hell? I need to lock in. I need to pay attention to these panels, bro. Stanson kicks Hiruden out of the way, and as he kicks him, Imu just slices his leg in half. So, like, his thigh is gone, right? His thigh and the rest of his foot just right there. Oh no, bro. Slices him in half. Stanson feels the pain, leg's gone, right? What is his right leg? Stanson, says Hiruden. Chopper, wah! Get away from him. Gah! Forgive me, Stanson. Oh my god. And then Brogy says, who is he? No, this is bad. Zoro, locking, King of Hell, Santoryu, Three Sword Style, Purgatory, rushes in. No, Zoro, don't cut off Zoro's head. No, bro, I'm scared for Zoro. Imu rushes. We get a panel of Imu's tail. Gonna stab Zoro or something. Onigiri, Zoro tries to slash Imu, but the arrow tail blocks Imu. Onigiri, okay. Imu, ... Oh my god. Emu's all... Wait, let me get a size comparison. Imu is obviously massive. Wait. Actually, Imu isn't that massive. Okay. Emu's not the size of a giant. Imu is like... Whitebeard size, probably. Definitely bigger than Zoro, but not as big, right? Clearly smaller than the other giants, but still big. So I think maybe like Whitebeard size is like a good comparison. But yeah. Blocks Zoro's Onigiri. Omen. Oh, this is the name of the chapter. Imu's going like this. What is hollow purple? What is happening? Whoosh. Something spawns on the palm of their hand as they're doing this. Bro thinks he's Gojo. What is happening? Does Gojo do with those fingers? I don't know. It might be these. I don't know. What freaking finger? Zoro locks in. Zoro rushing in. A little flame pops up. What is happening? Foo. Zoro reacts. Ah! He gets freaking. Oh my god! I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, Zoro didn't get decapitated. Chill. Imu. Okay, so it's just like a little projectile thing. Imu just flings and smacks Zoro in the face, sends him back. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, it's like a machine gun maybe? What? Why is there a boom, boom, boom? Onomatopoeia. But Imu shoots it out. Zoro, says Chopper. Imu noted. No, Chopper, 22. Fuck you, Imu, please, don't. Please. Shoot Zoro. Oh my god. Oh, wait, is this art? What? Okay, did Oda finish the art, or is he just going some intense shading right here? I think he's... Dude, the art in this chapter is insane. Hiruden jumps in with his axe, about to freaking slash Imu. Imu notices. Imu has still his hand, but then he like aims it at the same flame thing. He shoots out. Okay, he shoots it out, but it has a face this time. We see it in the corner. Doom. Hiruden reacts. Explosion. No, Hiruden. Okay, we don't see Hiruden. Just it hits him, I guess. Big, bunch of hockey coming out. Smoke. Hiruden. Oh no, Imu's making short work of this guy. No. Hiruden gets hit, bleeding. He's falling back. Okay, I don't think any of his, body parts got cooked, but he's obviously got really injured there. Zoro saying, damn it, he's on the floor. Zoro, no! Remember what you said in Baratie, bro. You're never going to lose a battle again. Kizaru didn't count. Kuma didn't count. Didn't count. This counts. I think. Okay, we'll say this one doesn't count either. I don't know, but Zoro, no. Okay, damn it. He's on the ground. Wow, what are these black flames? Okay, so Imu's with... Okay. We see Imu with Summers now. Imu's spawning in a little... Is Imu trying to teleport Summers back to the Holy Land, maybe? Foosh. Maybe healing Summers? I don't know. Well, Summers is already healed, I guess, right? He's regenerated. Foosh. This little, like, ring thing shows up. It's going above Summers. Whoa, this is it. An omen. And whoa, okay, whoa. This is Summers' nose. This is like an ability of some sort. What is this? Whoa, okay, is this like steroids? Is Imu just buffing him or something? Is that what it is? Is that what's going on? Oh, is this like the ring? Kind of like a Zoan? I don't know if it's perspective, but is it going to be like a Zoan ring? Is Imu giving them like a Zoan ring, or is it still just a circle above their head? Kind of like a halo, like an evil demonic halo. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so it's just a halo. Quickly, Summers, says Imu. There is no time to waste. And oh my, Imu is aura farming at every single page they're in, dude. Okay. Yeah. Also, I don't think the chapter's unfinished, right? I think this is just some very crazy shading from Oda. The art in this chapter is it's phenomenal art. Okay. Well, this is it, Omen. Quickly, Summers, there's no time to waste. Yeah, yes, great one. And Summers is trying to get up, and he has the halo, this demonic halo Omen thing above his head. Imu's probably gonna kill it. Oh, they just blast off. Maybe this was the Omen. An Omen is just a boost of blast off into the air. They just fly up in the air. What the hell? And they're gone. I'm guessing Imu's gonna find Killingham, right? And Gunko. Maybe that's why. Oh, that's bad for Luffy, because I was gonna say Luffy maybe. Well, Luffy would probably want to attack Imu as fast as possible, but I was thinking Luffy would have to travel over to where Imu is. But no, Imu's already leaving. If they're going to go get Gunko as well, that's going to bring, Imu... Luffy doesn't even have to go over there, right? Imu's going to come to them. To Luffy and Loki. Okay, so they blast off. The houses are screaming and doron. Okay. Zoro, let's get in the building now, for now. Everyone, gather the injured and the kids who passed out, says Chopper. Okay, Chopper's saying all this. So yeah, they're just trying to rest right now. Jarl, look at Jarl's face. He's fine. That is me, Jarl. That is me. Jarl is like, what the hell? He ... He's... Oh my god, this chapter's already so insane. Okay, lock in. Let's go. Switching perspectives. Where are we? Oh, people... Okay, I think... Is this Imu speaking? People of Elbath. Okay, no. Okay, I think this is Jarl, probably. In the Denin Mushi. We got the Denin Mushi, like, bubbles. People of Elbath, someone even more dangerous than the God's Knights has appeared on the island. Stay alert. We see Imu flying. Whoa! Wings! Wings! Is Imu a Lunarian? There's no flame on their back, but they have wings. Okay, so maybe it was wings. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the cocoon thing was wrong. Maybe it was wings that grew out of Imu, and Imu just had them tucked in, like grew them, but then tucked them in again. Or maybe I'm still right, and it's just, I don't know. We'll go with Occam's razor and just say that Imu did grow wings when we saw them, right? In the last chapter. Wings, man, Lunarian. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, okay, this is more evidence to Lunarian theory. I won't completely knock it, but there's no flame yet. We got to see the flame. Okay. People, yeah, okay. We got the alert from Jarl. Imu flying in the sky with these black wings. I mean, do they look the same as King's wings? I don't remember, honestly, King's wings on the top of my head. Do they, I mean, these might have more like feathers, and I don't know. Maybe these are more feathery. I'm not sure. We'll have to compare. Oh my god. Okay, so giants across a bunch of villages are saying someone else is here? No, so it's not over yet? Keep your weapons ready. I've had enough of all the fires and collapsing buildings. So yeah, all the reactions from all the other giants. Oh my god, next panel. Imu reacts. Oh, Gunko! Imu sees the ice Gunko's in. Okay. Wait, Imu can't do it. Oh, what? I mean, Ragnar is the only one who can undo this. So I don't know if Imu's gonna freaking go crazy and be like, actually, I can undo this ice. Or is Imu gonna, force Loki to do it? Because he has to. Or force, I guess, Ragnar. Because Ragnar's his own individual entity. But Imu notices this, swings his blade, but kind of swings it. I don't know if he's ready to attack. Next panel. Oh, he aims it. Aims it at the... It's not even on the blade side of it. It's on the freaking cloud side, on the back side. It says clink. Okay, aiming it sort of at that. We see another shot of a panel of Gunko encased in the ice. Imu shoots out like this. Okay, so these cloud flame things. They Imu could shoot them. They shoots this one that Imu shoots out has a little face again like we saw. So Imu shoots that out. Okay. Shoots that at the ice. It explodes. Okay, we don't see if the ice broke, but we just see a big-ass explosion. And Imu continues on moving? What is happening? Imu's probably trying to find Killing at first? I don't know. Okay, switching perspectives again. Imu just casually try to blow that up. Next panel, Gabon's group. Near the lift, the realm of the sun. Okay, this is with Gabon and Kashi, I think. ... is just Gabon. What's going on? Says Gabon. I've never felt hockey like this before. Not even on God Valley. No, that's okay. So obviously we know Imu was at God Valley, but this confirms that this is, you could tell, right? Oda didn't need to say this, but it's just Oda trying to point out that the version of Imu that's on Elbaf is the strongest version of Imu that we have seen, right? If you count all the God Valley appearance, Imu on Elbaf through Gunko, right? Everything. This trumps everything. Okay, that's scary. Walrus School, switching perspectives there. Okay. Now it's all burnt. Says, we got Luffy and, Loki. Okay. Wait, what the hell? Wait, how close was the ice? Why is it burning now? There's a fire. Was that from the explosion of Gunko, of Imu blowing up the ice? Because now we have the Walrus School, and there's fire, and then... Now Luffy's saying now it's all burnt, right? Looking at the food that was previously frozen, right? Everything was frozen. So I guess that was from the explosion? Luffy's saying now it's all burnt. And then Loki's saying, quit whining. This beats eating frozen food. Okay, next panel. Loki's saying, stock up on energy while you can. Seems something crazy just arrived. Okay, so they're lock in. Let's eat. And Luffy, eating as well. Yeah, seems so, ouch, hot. So yeah, it went from freezing... it was frozen to now really hot. We got Ragnar saying squeak squeak. Okay, then we got Nami saying over here, switching perspectives, hey, what's going on? Says Nami, and then Jinbei replies, no idea, but this hockey is terrifying. If they're with the Knights of God. We got Frankie, Nami, Jinbei over here, next panel. Is their target? Huh? Okay, what is Jinbei referring to? If they're with the Knights of God, is their target Luffy? Or the other Luffy, probably? Loki? Probably? I don't know. But he says, huh? Great One says, oh yeah, so Killian notices, Great One, oh no, Sanji, no, I think, bro, it's just gonna be like Zoro. Oh my god. I just know the way. I don't know how Oda's gonna handle Sanji in this situation, but I just know that's like prime freaking like like Zoro Sanji fans like bickering right there. Depending, I don't know if Oda's gonna also have Sanji just get destroyed or Sanji last for a few more seconds, and Zoro Sanji fans are gonna count the panels they lasted. And oh my god, this. Okay, don't worry about that. I don't gotta worry about that. Great one says Killiam. He's crying, right? Seeing Imu's here. An Omen, thank heaven. So Imu gives. Okay, so I think yeah. So Imu gives Killiam this Omen thing. I'm guessing this is like a mini. We don't see Summers anymore. Did he just straight up? Maybe he teleported back to, or didn't teleport, but he like traveled back to Marizua, right? And this is like a mini, like a mini teleporter, basically, like a one-time use sort of thing. An Omen, thank heaven, says Killiam. Sanji saying, "Hey, who the hell are you?" Oh no. We got okay, so the yeah, we get okay, next panel we see the everything's still frozen at the school. It's just this fire that's here. Probably from the explosion, but most of it's still frozen. Imu is freaking releasing Conqueror's Haki. Why? What? You don't gotta do all that for Sanji. Hey, bro, you don't gotta do all that. Yo. Sanji, that person's dangerous. So we see Jinbei and Frankie, their group, and Nami, they're all looking, they're on like a hill watching this. Oh my god. Next panel. Who said you could free him, says Sanji. Locks in with his probably Diablo Janbei or maybe Ifrit Janbei. Doesn't even say it. He just gets his leg on fire. Tries to kick Imu. Imu blocks it with his foot. Just blocks it. Love the way. I love the little like path Oda draws for that. For Sanji's kick. Kicks it. Imu blocks it with his foot. Yeah, they clash. And freaking Sanji's foot comes off. Sanji reacts. What? Imu freaking, we're gonna, with the other foot, gonna freaking kick him. Foosh, Sanji's ready to block. Instant. Oh my god, Sanji reacts to that observation Haki right there. Sanji reacts to the other foot. Imu's gonna kick. Oh my god. Next panel. It's a double page spread, I think. Sanji reacts. Sanji! Oh, it freaking explodes upon impact? Oh my god, Sanji. Explosion. We don't even see Sanji. Ah. Jinbei saying, what's with these black flames? Hey, what business do you have on Elbaf? Says, who's this? Loki? Probably. There's like a, bro, I'm like, bro, my voice is, look, let me drink water. Hold up. Water break. This chapter is fucking insane. Oh my god. Who is this? So we got this foot right here. Looks like Loki. Maybe. Okay, we'll move on. 14 years ago. I think it is Loki. We got Imu talking 14 years ago. Harold was killed here. I have come to find the one responsible. He was my servant. Like hell he was. Yeah, okay, so it's Loki. Harold was my father, and more than that, he was the king of Elbaf. Okay, so Imu's looking for here. I've come to find them. So interesting. Is this trying to figure out what Imu's trying to do here? Obviously, he's not killing all the giants, right? Because he needs the giants' power. But like more importantly, he's trying to find the person who killed Harold. Oh my god, this panel. Ooh, this panel's great. Dude, the art in this chapter, the paneling is crazy. We get this panel of Loki saying, oh, I think, is this the end of the chapter? I think it is. I'm the one you're looking for, says Loki. We got lightning, striking right behind him. The aura in this image. You got the almost like shadowed right here, bunch of shading. Imu says, I see. If thou had not been here, many tribulations could have been avoided. Where in the world would I be but Elbaf, says Loki. Remember that next time, you dumbass, says Loki. And we get Imu's face. Chapter 1180. And I gotta stand up for that. Oh my god. This chapter, wow. Wow. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so glad Oda's not just, I mean, I knew it was, we're probably going to have another chapter of Imu here, right? But I'm glad we're getting more. Oh my god, is this the end of the chapter? Yeah, oh my god, this chapter is insane. Yeah, so I guess we're going to see Imu versus, oh, this is great. I love the way Oda set up this, right? With just having Imu just destroy seemingly Zoro and Sanji, our wings, Luffy's wings getting absolutely destroyed. I mean, we don't see what happened to Sanji, but oh my god. And then, but we have that, right? And then we have Loki. We have, is he Luffy? Luffy's not here yet. Maybe he's still eating. But Loki's here. And he's ready to throw down, right? So power scaling going on here, right? Destroying Zoro, Sanji. Now Loki's here. We'll see what happens with Loki. Oh my god, the Imu looking intimidating as hell. This chapter, let's start. First of all, the artwork in this chapter is like weirdly really good. I mean, there's some parts where I don't know if intense shading, if it's like really intense shading or Oda didn't like finish. I don't know. I can't tell because like this panel right here where Luffy and Loki are eating the food doesn't look like completely shaded. So you'd think, okay, the artwork, Oda didn't get to finish the artwork. But at the same time, there's panels of characters that are like drawn really well. Again, the way Oda's drawing some of these characters reminds me of like in Dressrosa, right? That Dressrosa whole cake, like kind of era of Oda, even like early Wano a little bit, like that. Like go back to those chapters. I'm pretty sure that reminds me of that, right? With the way Gerd is drawn, like especially at Gerd is drawn right here, like the thinness of like if I want to be specific on what I'm talking about the line weight, right? Oda's line weight, it's very like, back then it's been thinner. It's thinner. It's more consistently thin, whereas now it's been more inconsistent, right? It's a little bit thicker and more thin on some parts, so it's more inconsistent line weight. But now we're back to like more thin, like yeah, the way Gerd's drawn, like Hyruden as well, like Zoro a little bit, like. Okay, but okay, I'll leave it at that. Just the art and the artwork. So yeah, a little bit like maybe it's unfinished, but at the same time looks like really good. So I'm not sure. But the shading, like with crazy stuff. So the artwork and the paneling in this chapter is amazing, right? Get that out of the way. This first panel, oh my god, we're getting to see Imu in all their glory. It's really bad that Imu's here, but Imu looks really freaking sick. We get that. Yeah, this first panel, Imu just starts cutting shit. Imu's like, Sukuna, bro? Like, what is happening? Imu just cutting and chopping off Gerd's fingers. How are those growing back? Those are not growing back. I mean, again, I'm trying to think, how is Oda going to reverse this, right? Gerd, Law, we need Law. Law's the only one, right? Law could, sew them, put them back together. Law, basically, unless Imu, like, Domi reverses them, and then, like, but we saw that the freaking Brogy's arm didn't heal, right? His hand didn't heal, so I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know. But we got that. Zoro getting Stanson's foot getting chopped off. That was crazy. Zoro getting destroyed. Hyruden coming in, him getting destroyed. So they just got destroyed. Oh my god. There's not a lot of like nuance Oda's showing, and like Zoro was able to block this. No, just like one attack, right? Gone. Freaking gone, dude. Just Summers. Again, what is this Omen thing? That was the title of the chapter, so I guess it was referring to this as well. Is this just... Because Imu also, jumps up in the air, like Summers does, after he gets the Omen, but we don't see Summers anymore. So again, is it like a one-time use, like, thing that just takes him back to the Holy Land? Maybe? But yeah, and these wings from Imu's got wings flying around... Tries to blow up the thing. We don't see what happens with the ice. Gabon. And then we got Loki and Luffy eating. And Sanji gets destroyed. Great paneling here. And Loki at the end. Okay. Oh my god. Just Oda's clearly just establishing how much of a threat Imu is. And yeah, I'm glad, right? Elbaf has been going this is a just shift. Complete 180. Oda, I'm glad Oda's, Imu's, Imu, Blackbeard, final villain, we don't know, but Imu is clearly up there, right? And they're like the main threat. So I'm glad Oda's just making them very intimidating, very, doing all these things and like locking in that, bro, Imu is not a fraud, right? Imu's been in their castle, he's been in their chamber, locked up, everyone thinking they're a fraud. And they've acted fraud-like, right? They're scared. But when Imu locks in, IRL, he puts in the work, and we see that here. Imu's also not bleeding. Yeah, I don't think we saw anything like Imu like coughing up more blood this chapter. I don't think so, but yeah, so I'm guessing Imu still obviously is in pain, so we'll see how long Imu lasts here. But yeah, oh my god, and there's no break. There's no break because we just got back from break. I do think in the next couple weeks we are gonna get another but like a Shonen Jump break, because I think it's Golden Week coming up in a couple weeks, so maybe chapter schedule might be thrown around a little bit in the next couple weeks, but at least next week we got a chapter, which is good. But yeah, Loki. I mean, what did Loki say? I love what he says here. If thou had not been, oh yeah, that's what Imu says. And then Loki's like, where Loki is Loki. Calling Imu out right here. Where in the world would I be but Elba? It's like almost like, oh my god, that's funny. Cause yeah, I'm the one you're looking for. If thou had not been here, you know, many things could have been avoided. It's like, bro, where else would I be but Elbaf? You dumbass just calls oh my god, Loki. I mean, everyone else got destroyed, but Loki is still, kind of. I mean, Oda drew him physically above Imu, right? Because obviously he's way bigger than Imu. So, and obviously the way he wrote Loki's dialogue as well sort of paints him as kind of the one with the upper hand, right? He's matching Imu, right? He's matching Imu a little bit as of right now. We don't know, right? We'll see what Imu does next chapter, but I like that. I like how Oda's framing that. But yeah, I mean, not much to say, right? There wasn't much like dialogue this chapter, much like lore drops that I can like dissect. Just absolute straight dominance from Imu. Oda just having Imu aura farm all over the place and just really showing who's the boss here, right? Again, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm assuming Loki's probably gonna lose. Maybe, I don't know. We still have to see what Luffy can do, but yeah, that's it, right? We'll see what happens next chapter. Hopefully, Luffy joins in soon, and yeah, is Elbaf gonna get destroyed? Elbaf might get destroyed, dude. With these two titans of characters fighting, shit might get wild. The Atom Tree might go down. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's it, right? That was very, very good reaction. Very much love that chapter. Crazy stuff. Artwork is on point as well. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.